Blogineers? We are at Best Western Pony Soldiers Inn and Suites, and we're going to show you the fun things you can do around here. We just drove 90 minutes east of Flagstaff, and we're going to check out Petrified Forest National Park. Now we're going to add a stamp in our passport. Just past the entrance station, we get our first view of Tupani Point. This is probably what they'd call the Painted Desert. I think there's multiple locations. Some are this reddish color, some are the bluish color. We're going on the Petrified Forest Scenic Drive, which is 26 miles one way, and then we'll just exit the park from there. So we don't have to drive there and back. So now we're headed towards the Painted Desert Inn, which is a little museum. Here's another vista point where you can get panoramic views of the Painted Desert. And I like how it's like big red mounds of whatever that is, rock, and there's white stuff on top. Alright, so on the map there are 12 points of interest, and this is the third. And I forgot the exact name, but it's basically all these random overlooks. We're hiking on a 0.3 mile loop trail to the village on the Rio Puerco. And it's a prehistoric settlement built on shaped sandstone blocks. So this is the Pueblo, the ruins of the Pueblo. I guess it's in the middle of this loop trail. On the side rock, there's a petroglyph or Native American graffiti. And there's also one over there. It's like a circle. Where? On the black rock. This is the ruins. It doesn't look too impressive now, but many, many years ago, I'm sure this was a great little many years ago, I'm sure this was a great civilization. Ta-da! This is Newspaper Rock down there. There's 650 petroglyphs. Some are over 2,000 years old. But more interestingly, there's our shadows. This is the first of the petrified wood we see. It's kind of a reddish log, but it clearly looks old. Now we're gonna hike the Blue Mesa Trail. On all trails, this was ranked #1, and the sign claims that it's the heart of the Petrified Forest Badlands. Oh, and it's only a 1 mile loop, so it should take 30 minutes with stop and go. Get set, go. I think this is the start of the steep section. And once we go down, the only way back is up. We have entered the Blue Badlands. That over there is a lonely piece of petrified wood. I wonder how these pieces of petrified wood just ended up there. It's not like there's a forest nearby. And that is the Blue Mesa Trail. It was easy going down and hard coming up, even though it's just a mile, because some parts of the upward trail were almost vertical. Otherwise, it was a pretty cool trail. It's basically whatever you see behind us, but you're getting closer to it, and it looks cooler from down there. And we saw a few petrified logs. I'm in an exhausted part of the day. This is Agate Bridge, and I think it's a bridge that's a petrified log. Here it is. The sign says that water created the bridge and will destroy it, and also the bridge is 110 feet long. This is Jasper Forest, and I think when I pictured Petrified National Park, I didn't picture Badlands, I pictured more of this. However, the logs are a little shorter than I thought, and also you don't get to go as close, but there's many, probably thousands all around. Next is Crystal Forest, and this is a 0.75 mile loop. We may or may not do the whole thing. Basically, it's the petrified logs with quartz crystals, making them glimmer. And also a reminder that collecting the petrified wood is prohibited. And for some reason, we see many people here who just cannot respect nature.
Petrified.
We're tired and we're short on time, and right at the start of the trail, we basically already see it. This looks pretty cool, and it seems like something that could be in my rock collection. We're just not gonna hike the trail. Here it is. Ta-da! We are now at the Rainbow Forest Museum and Visitor Center, and we're gonna turn in the Junior Ranger program.
That's a Junior Ranger.
That's Junior Ranger. Can enjoy them too. And that is Petrified Forest National Park. From when we left Flagstaff at 7:30 this morning, it is now 2:30. So this park takes a while to drive through. I love how organized the map is because everything is basically along the same road, so you can make one stop, get off real quick, and then keep going down all 12. And yeah, we pretty much saw everything in a day. This is definitely one of the more unique national parks because you won't find these types of logs or all those badland stuff with all those colors anywhere else. On to the next stop. I'm standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see. This is the statue of the Eagles because of their famous song, Take It Easy. So the song, because brother wants me to sing it, goes, I'm standing on a corner in Winslow, Arizona. Such a fine sight to see, and something, take it easy, take it easy.
Sounds so bad, okay.
We are at Meteor Crater Discovery Center and Space Museum, which is just 40 minutes away from Best Western Pony Soldiers Inn and Suites. So I think there's a movie, a guided tour option, and a ride. First, we're gonna watch The Mystery of the Meteor Crater, and it's about scientists who try to figure out what caused the crater. Now we're gonna ride Collision, You Can Help Save the Earth. This is a 4D ride that takes you on a mission to divert an asteroid to save the Earth.
Welcome aboard. Commander Perseus, any last minute words before departure?
Folks, prepare for takeoff.
The air pilots are to get there fast. Look on to your space helmet. Wow, look around.
Right, let's begin. One of the duties of a crew member aboard the STS Barringer is the study of the asteroids themselves.
Taking a base back, sir. Hang on, everyone.
We're gonna check out the museum right before the tour. So you do have an option for a guided tour, but since it's the end of the day, we just decided to go out ourselves to look at the crater. We're currently climbing up this hill. We're at the highest point possible, and we get a great view of the Meteor Crater. This crater is the size of 20 football fields. It was created by an asteroid, I think it was like over 50,000 years ago. It's a mile in diameter and 2 times the size of Ubikini Crater from Death Valley, which we got to hike down. We're at the second lowest observation deck. This time we're actually in the crater, and there are many telescopes that point to different parts of the crater for points of interest. The time of day is really nice because the sunset is all around, and you can see that the sun is just dipping below the crater. This is what they call a magic hour. All right, now let's go to the lowest deck. This is the closest you can get to the bottom of the crater, and in my opinion, it's also the best view since we're kind of in the middle in terms of elevation. And that is our experience at Meteor Crater, Discovery Center, and Space Museum.
My favorite thing is the 4D ride.
And my favorite part was looking at the crater itself because I love naturey things, and that crater, it's huge. My tip if you come here is to give yourself plenty of time, so which means don't come here right when it's closing like we did. It takes maybe 2 hours to get through the whole thing, possibly more. And it's not just going there looking at the crater. There's so many more things to do. That's it. See you in the next video. Bye.
Bye.